Good morning, just before the noontime hour now at Baltic Street Beach Access. This is Robert Scribbler with the Saturday, July 29th session of the OBX wave report. And we've got some beautiful glassy waves here with some strong southwest winds. Got to be careful on those waves. The wind will get up under your nose and push the nose of your board up, so you just need that extra force on the front of the board there. Otherwise, you can literally get blown off the face of the wave. And right now we're in between sets, so the waves are not looking quite as good as they are on the sets. Hopefully the waves will not die down as we get through the day with those strong southwesterly winds. I do want to get you a little bit of a pano view of the sky here. We've just got some beautiful clouds, these feathery white clouds overhead, and just framing the ocean here and the waves, and then looking, ooh, nice little, yeah, so you gotta really push the nose of that board down. And then looking to the south, you can see the tops of a disturbance that moved inland over Georgia and South Carolina, and this it was a tropical disturbance, and it helped to pump up some thunderstorm energy all up and down the East Coast today. So we got some powerful thunderstorms last night and into this morning here as that impulse moved in over the East Coast. And I don't know, looking at the waves now, it does look like the wind's kind of blowing them out a little bit. I got a good surf session number 129. Probably got a good 10 to 12 waves over the course of about an hour and a half. And once I figured out the nose push down trick, I was getting some really good ones, so enjoying it. Here's a little ride here on the longboard. Yeah, so nice clean waves. They might be dying out a little bit, I hope not, in the 2 to 3 foot range. And waves expected to stay in the 2 to 3 foot range throughout the afternoon and into tomorrow, so we should see some good conditions tomorrow morning as well. And this morning's surf session today was some good rides, and as you can see, good number of surfers out here, although looks like the waves are dying down. This is kind of a bummer. All right, so let's get into some of the details of the wave report today. Going to provide you guys with some official estimates for wave heights up and down the Outer Banks, as well as some weather and climate information. A lot of stuff going on in the climate system right now, which is just kind of freaky, and I do want to report on it because the stuff that happens in the climate does affect beaches here in the Outer Banks. So nice little ride there. Don't need a thigh high. Little set coming in here. Oh, party wave! Woo! A lot of surfers on this wave here. Okay, all right, so in Nag's Head right now, officially waves the range of 2 foot, maybe a 3 foot roll down the sets, but it does look to be dying down. But we did have some 2 to 3 footers earlier. Primary swell coming out of the southeast at about 2 feet. That is a 9-second swell. Oh, sorry, 2.8 foot swell. And winds out of the southwest, pretty strong, 15 to 20 miles per hour right now. Very strong winds. Definitely gotta manage the nose of your surfboard if it's pointing into the winds. Air temperatures in the range about 85 degrees Fahrenheit, not as hot as it was yesterday with those strong winds. Ocean water temperatures pretty cold, or cooler, I would say cooler, around 69, 70 degrees with those offshore winds, causing upwelling of that Labrador current toward the surface, which is cooling off the surface waters. And then heading on down south to Rodanthe, we've got waves in the range of 2 to 3 feet as well. Semi-clean conditions with an east-southeast swell at 2.7 feet. That is a 9-second swell. Southwest winds 22 miles per hour. Strong southwest winds there. Air temperature is 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Ocean water temperature all the way back up to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Down in Buxton, 2 to 3 foot waves. Semi-clean. Swell from the southeast at 2.8 foot, 9 seconds. Worth noting, we've got a buoy just offshore at Buxton that is indicating a 5-foot swell. So the offshore swell much larger. If those winds die down a little bit, that offshore swell should come in more, but I'm not sure if those offshore winds are going to die down. Nonetheless, we got really glassy, clean conditions here. Woo! Nice little ride into shore break on a foamy, and ooh, that's a pretty one. All right, and let's see, southwest winds at Buxton, 19 miles per hour. Air temperature is 84 degrees Fahrenheit down there at Buxton. Ocean water temperature is 83, so very warm ocean conditions, with the exception here of Nag's Head, where the ocean water temperatures are 69 and 70 degrees with those strong offshore winds causing the upwelling, as can happen here. I honestly like the cooler water. It just feels good. It's nice to cool off, especially when it's been so hot lately in the summertime. All right, so let's talk a little bit about, I'm going to talk about the tropics first. We had 3 tropical disturbances yesterday, monitored by the National Hurricane Center. One of them went inland and helped to pump up the thunderstorms, no longer a tropical disturbance. And another one dissipated, but we do have a tropical disturbance in the central North Atlantic that's being monitored by the National Hurricane Center. And that one right now has a 70% chance of development. So worth watching out in the central Atlantic. A lot higher probability of the system developing right now over the next week or the next 7 days. It is worth noting that we had a lot of tropical disturbances, but not a lot of systems develop into full cyclones recently. So we'll just have to see if this most recent disturbance, nice little wave there, this most recent disturbance does develop into a full-blown tropical system. All right, so I do want to talk about the climate. There's lots of news in the climate right now. I did give a shout out to Professor Stefan Ramsdorf for talking about the potential for an AMOC shutdown, which is the overturning circulation in the North Atlantic caused by climate change driven by fossil fuel burning. And AMOC shutdown would be very impactful to both our ocean and our climate system. I encourage you to check out Professor Stefan Ramsdorf over on Twitter and through his other communications as well. And but I do want to also talk generally about some of the stuff that's going on in the climate. And we did talk about the marine heat wave that is going on globally. So there is a global marine heat wave. I just want to say that the marine heat wave that we reported on earlier this year is still ongoing. It's just a massive, extreme marine heat wave that is global in nature. And that has major impacts to our oceans and to our coral reefs. And I just want to point out that there's an article about the widespread global impacts of our record temperatures right now, driven by fossil fuel burning in BBC right now. And the article is entitled Climate Records Tumble in the BBC. And it covers record heat on the continents, the extreme marine heat waves that we're experiencing in our oceans, and just the oceans being way, way hotter than normal, and the impacts to Antarctic sea ice. And a large section of Antarctic sea ice right now, about the size of Mexico, that just won't refreeze. So there's just a large area of open water that down there in Antarctica right now that is open, and we are at record low sea ice extent by a significant amount in Antarctica right now. And then I just wanted to also call your attention to another article in The Guardian entitled Something Weird Going On as Sea Ice. Let's see. I believe it's, Something Weird Going On in the Antarctic, I believe is the title of the Guardian article. I'll have to double check that for you guys and provide an update. But the article is goes in depth into the loss of sea ice into Antarctica, as an area the size of Mexico will not refreeze. So worth reading both of these articles, BBC Climate Records Tumble article and The Guardian's Something Going Weird in the Antarctic. Something weird is going on in the Antarctic. Wow, I got to get this right. Okay, but I'll update you guys on that. I encourage you guys to read those articles and inform yourselves on climate issues that are ongoing right now as they do affect our coastlines. One of the reasons why we cover the Antarctic here at the OBX Wave Report is that what happens in the Antarctic does not stay in the Antarctic, and if we have land ice melt in the Antarctic, it really affects sea levels here in the Outback. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report as we look to the south of the river. I surfed a nice little right there. I was catching a number of waves down there, and just turned to the right. A good little spot there off of Barnes Street. You guys might want to check it out. And as I tend to do, I encourage you guys to please do everything you can to help speed the transition to clean energy. If you don't have the money to invest in clean energy, you can also lift your voices up on social media and organize with climate activists, and also make sure you get to the voting booth and vote for those candidates that are going to help speed the clean energy transition. We're all in this together. We can all pull together, even if we all don't have the money to do all the things like put solar panels on our houses or buy an electric vehicle right now. We can all just get in and do our best to support the clean energy transition. And I encourage you guys to do so, and I hope you guys get out in the water today, enjoy some waves. Hopefully the waves won't die down. Maybe they'll pick up by afternoon. All right, so thanks for joining me once again, and I will be back with you shortly.